All right, what's up, everyone? Good to see everyone. Got people piling into the stream on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Got a bunch of people here on Discord. There's the closing bell for the regular session. So now what we're going to do tonight is we're going to be looking at Micron earnings and LEVI earnings. LEVI just had a very odd candle. Kind of like a gap up here. This is a 5-minute chart on the right, LEVI. And also Micron. So Micron earnings, they're going to report earnings at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, so about another 5 minutes. And then LEVI reports at 4:10 p.m. Eastern. So back-to-back earnings here. LEVI getting some volatility here, but just kind of looks like some funky looking price action there. So anyways, the focus is going to be on Micron. So Micron Technology, they actually closed the regular session at 142.36 per share. And here we are in after hours. They're going to report first before LEVI. Let me kind of zoom into the 1-minute chart. We'll get kind of a closer look here. Micron is green in after hours here, up almost 1%. Like 0.6, 0.7%. Okay, here we go. We're getting a move now. Actually a pretty big reaction. So I don't know if maybe this is just anticipatory price action leading up to the data. But it seems like a pretty decent size move to the downside. So I'm not sure if maybe the earnings got leaked or what, because technically they're not supposed to report until 4:05 p.m. Eastern, which is another basically 3 more minutes. So we'll see what happens. Getting a little bit of volatility on LEVI, but just kind of low volume, to be honest with you. Let's go back to Micron here. Micron ended the regular, they ended the regular session a little over 40 million volume. So we'll see how much pours in here as we're waiting on the data. We pull my other screen up too. That way, when I do get the data, I can post that for everybody. Let's see here. Give me 1 sec to type this in. MU. And now we wait for the actual data. Yeah, this very well could just be anticipatory price action. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, nope. It looks like there is some data out actually. So got some Micron Q3 adjusted EPS 62 cents versus estimate of 50 cents. Q3 cash flow from operations 2.48 billion, estimated 3.24 billion. So it looks like they missed on cash flow. Revenue, they did beat revenue, 6.8 billion to 6.67 billion. The implied move on Micron was now this is for Friday's expiration, June 28th. Expected move is, as of right now, is plus or minus 16.56, up or down, right? So that's the expected move for Friday's expiration, a little over $16 per share. Right now, they're down right now a little over $11 a share here in after hours. Kind of clawing back a little bit here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's see, maybe this was the bottom here potentially. Now, obviously, the earnings data is still being digested. So we'll see. Let me see if I can get some more info here on my other screen. Welcome, everybody. Got like 330 people joining in. Again, mixture of YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And then we got a ton of people in the Discord over here as well. Hello, everybody. Farouk's here. How you doing? Hawk's here. Stickman, good to see you. The Beer Man, good to see you. The lovely Nikki's joined us on Discord. Good to see you, Nikki. Snowflake, Porterhouse, Tick Breezy. Got to give shots out to my people in the Discord. But welcome, everybody. I see you on Twitter, brah. Twitter handle, brah. I see you. Welcome to the party. So LEVI, just really weird price action on this 5-minute candle. I mean, it basically went up to 23.52. Now it's 100% retraced right back down to 23.15. So that's nothing right there. I think most of the attention will be on Micron for this stream. So Micron trying to find the bottom here. I'm just curious where 25% bounce would be. Let me just draw this fib real quick. Okay, so it has clawed back. It's clawed back to 25% fib level, and also the 38% fib level. So it's coming back up here to the 50% retrace. We'll see if it holds or not. I was just kind of curious earlier what Micron. Okay, so they were trading above the anchored VWAP here. So it's just something to note. Anchored VWAP's probably like low 120s on Micron. So they were already trading well above that. Got a strong buy consensus analyst rating there. Looks like they always do a pretty good job beating EPS. Couple little red blips here back on March of 2023 and December of 2022. They didn't beat those 2 times, but other than that, they're beating. And you know what's interesting to also see about their EPS is in 2022 they had very positive EPS. In the end of 2022 and into basically all of 2023, their EPS was negative. So they were below zero on all that. But look what's happened the past 2 earnings before today. The 2 before today, they were still negative, but getting closer to baseline. And then March 20th earnings, they're back over zero. Their EPS came in at 0.42 when the estimate was negative 0.25. So that's a nice EPS beat just on this last earnings. Not today, but the one from March. And then, of course, the forecast for today, EPS 0.48. So let me go back to the sticks here, see, make sure we're not missing anything. So Micron, it's definitely clawing back. So I know this initial reaction was bearish and, probably freaked out some of the Micron bulls, but, just, it's not all doom and gloom here. It's definitely clawing back, getting ready to test the golden fib, which is 61%. If that breaks to the upside, definitely going to increase my confidence that this very well could just retrace this initial down move that it had. So as you can see, initial bearish reaction, and once the actual earnings data starts getting digested by everyone, that's when we start seeing the claw back, assuming that the digestion was a good digestion of that data, right? Got a positive move on Levi. What time is it? 4:07? Because technically they don't report until 4:10, but looks like Micron released early, a couple minutes early, and maybe Levi's going to follow suit, but we'll see. Here we go. Here, the 61% golden fib is just got rejected. So let's see if the buyers still have some more momentum here. Let me refresh my screen. And I get some data to post on YouTube for everybody. Give me 1 second to get that. Okay, here's some straightforward data here. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this and post it on YouTube for everyone. Wow, over 400 people now join. Welcome, everybody. Let me copy and paste this Micron data for everyone and put it on the screen on YouTube here. There we go. All right, so EPS 0.62, beating expectation of 0.53. So nice beat on EPS. It's like a 20% beat, y'all, on EPS. So that's pretty good there. Revenue came in 6.81 billion, beating the expectation of 6.67 billion. So they did beat EPS and revenue, but some of the other data I was looking at, it looks like they might have adjusted some guidance downwards. Still kind of okay. Here's the guidance here. They did okay. I think they did adjust guidance down. So basically, Q4 2024 guidance looks like it was adjusted down slightly. They have a low range of 7.4 billion on the Q4 2024 revenue, and the previous estimate was almost 7.6 billion. So it does look like they adjusted revenue down. Hence, and we've seen this a lot of times this year. You get a nice beat on EPS, nice beat on revenue, but let me change my numbers for the remainder of the fiscal year or the quarter coming up or whatever. And then you get the negative reaction. It almost never fails. It's all about the guidance. Investors want to know what the future of the company holds. Is a little more important than, hey, here's my numbers from last quarter, right? So you got to kind of put some weight to those types of things. Good to see everyone though. Tons of people on the Discord. What's going on? Ainrod. I hope I pronounced that right. Bunch of people over here, and about to break 500 people tuning in on probably mostly Twitter, I would think. I know we got a big Twitter presence, but anyways, Micron, initial bearish reaction because of some guidance changes they made. It did start to claw back, and almost to the penny here. It got the rejection from the golden fib to the downside. Now we're getting a bounce on the 25% back up. I mean, keep in consideration these are only 1 minute candles, so I'm just kind of play by play right now and after hours based on the actual reaction to the earnings data. Levi, let's go here just for a second. Their initial move was to the upside. They tapped 24.20 per share. It looks like that was the fake out, which we've seen that a lot too. The initial move ends up not being the real move, and lo and behold, here we go. Levi's just made a down move, complete reversal to the downside, down over 7%. It's kind of flickering a little bit, but 5 to 8% down in after hours, kind of a little flicker action there. We'll see what's going to happen here in the next couple minutes. Okay, so we got some basic Micron data posted for everyone. Let me just check a couple more things on Micron. I'll put the chart back on Micron here on the left side, and then I'll find some data on Levi's that we can post for everybody. Let's see here. Okay, so double beat on Micron, but guided a little lower. Okay, and when they put out this guidance, they kind of put a range. They didn't really pin it. They didn't really pin the forecast. But the low end of the range is below what their previous forecast was. So I'm pretty sure that's why it had trouble here on the initial reaction. But let's see. Look what it's doing now. Again, this is the 1 minute chart, but it's trying to make a higher low here. And, everyone knows higher lows are definitely a good thing to see for the bulls. No lie there. Let me just go back here. So down again, Micron down about $9 here in after hours. Their expected move for Friday's expiration was over $16. So it's really only done a little bit more than half the expected move. So just prepared for this to maybe make a secondary move. Of course, if it goes lower, then look, the expected move from there would be probably another. Let's say, what would it close at today? Okay, 142. Let's go back here. Sorry, you guys. Okay, that was because the initial reaction had a little green candle to the upside there. But anyways, plus or minus $16 was the expected move, and that was as of the close today. Okay. Let's go back to Levi just for a second. It's still going down, folks. I was considering putting a Fibonacci on this, but it just keeps making new lows. Let me zoom into the 1 minute. Yep. So down over 10% in after hours. All right, let me get some Levi data because I was kind of stalling there for a second. Hold on. Levi. Because obviously investors are not liking what Levi just announced for the earnings data, and I'm going to get it here real quick. Okay, let's see. Okay, some key metrics on Levi. Actual PE ratio 17.44, 5-year growth 0.96. That's not really good. A lot of growth there, is it? Of course, industry is apparel and textile products. Hold on 1 second. Let me refresh my screen. Okay. Oh, nice. Big quench. Looks like you got some Levi puts. Those should pay well tomorrow. Those should definitely pay well tomorrow. Now, Levi did, reported revenue growth of 8%, up 9% constant currency in with expectations. So it wasn't like anything fantastical that they did there, right? They kind of expected that. Gross margin of 60%, up 180 basis points over prior year. Let's see here. Okay. Did have some quite a bit of option activity on Levi before this earnings. Micron just kind of hanging out. Let's go back there just for a second. Micron just hanging out here right above the 25% retrace. But like I say, if this level holds, it's going to be a solid higher low, and so definitely be good for the bulls if that happens. Okay, it looks like Big Quench actually probably got Micron puts. If that's the case, yeah, I mean, if it it doesn't retrace, especially this golden. Basically, if Micron can't get back above 137, it's going to be congratulations to the Bears at that point. So we'll see if it does the remainder for after hours. And just want to take a quick peek at what Micron did in the previous earnings, one day after earnings. Okay, so the past four earnings, the previous two were nice and juicy, nice and green for the Bolts, but the two before that, red the next day. So kind of two red, two green. We're getting a bearish reaction now. So we're going to get to, is the pattern going to form there or what? But to be honest, y'all, this rejection after golden fib back here around 137, it's a little concerning. From that point forward, it's obviously making lower highs now. If the bottom of this breaks out, that's going to be pretty good for the Micron bears. Show Big Quench's post there. Get some. Love this. Put Micron's data back up because I know most people are tuning in for Micron. Okay, let's click here. Okay, here's a little bit of data here. Their Q2 EPS came in at 0.04 for Levi. So let's jump back to Levi just for a second. Levi, okay, yeah, so they missed EPS by quite a bit. Came in at 0.04. The prediction was around 0.11 to 0.14, somewhere around there. Consensus was 0.11 EPS. Came in at 0.04. Ouch. That does not hurt. That does hurt the Gene company here. Let me just click on this. Q2 revenue. Let's see here. Q2 revenue came in 1.4 billion. So they, let's see here. So they did miss. Okay, they missed on revenue as well. So double miss on Levi. Grats to the Bears on that. Let's see. Adjusted net income, 66 million. Okay, so net income actually wasn't that bad. Let's see. Got some more MU data here. Loss of 1.4. Okay, adjusted EPS 62 cents for its loss per share 143 year over year estimate 50 cents. Okay, adjusted revenue 6.8 billion. Yeah, we already talked about that. Okay. So anyways, double miss on Levi. Let me go back to the sticks here. And Levi, down 14% in after hours. Just kind of curious what the daily levels look like. Yeah, so they're already down. They're down 14% in after hours, so they're down. They're below 20 now, which would put the stock about right around here. They were on a pretty decent run leading up to that. I'm not gonna lie. They were just $12 in October of 2023, so they've basically doubled their share value since then. So again, it's getting a sell-off here, but it's actually not too bad based off of the run they've had since October of last year. But they're obviously lost the $20 level here in after hours, so possibly look for $19 to hold. That seemed to be a pretty good level of interest back here when it basically bounced at $19 and ended up running well back into the 20s. So pretty easy level to remember for short term. It's trading at 19.74 right now in after hours. $19 would be a good place for Levi to maybe form a bottom. maybe turn into a demand area, perhaps. But yeah, still dropping though. 1959, down 15% now in after hours. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume congratulations to the Levi Bears. If you had any put options, you know, especially if they were, you know, hopefully you got them very close to the money. If not, you know, get them in the money if you can afford it. I mean, just be honest with ourselves here. You know, if you can afford it, why are you buying way out of the money options? I prefer to buy mine deep in the money. You know, find something that has some good open interest or something like that. But that way we get the benefit of the way better delta. There's going to be way better delta on the contract, and you're not going to get theta crushed as much when you're in the money like that. So, you know, again, not financial advice, but what I would do when I'm buying options is I try and go as close to the money as I can, even better in the money. You just get the benefit of better Greeks that way. So Levi's still dropping. It's about ready to tap that $19 level I was just talking about on the daily chart that we saw. We'll see, but you know, their EPS was, I hate to say it, and sorry to the Levi Bulls out there, but their EPS was horrible. Their EPS was very bad, and they missed revenue. So, you know, we're just gonna have to, you know, if you're a long-term holder of Levi, you're just gonna have to wait until the CEO does his web call with everyone, and then maybe he says some things regarding some forward guidance, and maybe Levi will find a bottom, you know, after that web call. But just taking a quick glance at Levi's fundamentals going into this, their forecast PE was about 19. EPS was positive 0.30. They do pay a dividend of 2%, so a little cherry on top there. Just keep your eye out on this. They have 398 million shares outstanding, but their float's only 94 million, so big gap there. They could do some things with some shares, but just taking a quick look at their financials, income statement. Yeah, Q1, they didn't make any money Q1. They were down a little over 10 million that quarter. You can also see the year over year numbers are not great at all. You know, so I call it like I see it, and this is probably not something I would have like in a longer term account. I mean, the dividend's nice, but it's only 2%. I mean, you're not even beating inflation with that dividend. So, but it is a, you know, cherry on top, especially if the shares are underlying shares are appreciating at the same time. That's what we want. But not really liking the financials on Levi, unfortunately. Balance sheet debt to asset ratio 66%, not bad. You know, not a bad debt to asset ratio, but they're just having trouble pulling profits. So I mean, it makes me wonder. Like, I wonder, do they still have like brick and mortar storefronts? Maybe they're getting hurt there, but then you would think the online sales would help, you know, prop that up. But let's see, property, plant, and equipment line item on the balance sheet, 1.7 billion for property, plant, and equipment. You know, a lot of that could be manufacturing stuff, but a lot of it could be, you know, brick and mortar storefronts they still have, like in some of the malls and stuff. You know, maybe that's why they're having trouble pulling a profit. I don't know. I have to dig deeper into it. But, you know, at the end of the day, net income is just not good. And you can see the year over year numbers for the past 5 quarters have just not, there's just no growth there at all, like zero, right? So, you know, let's go back to Micron, but that, you know, Levi, congrats to the Bears. It looks like you should get paid tomorrow. Some pretty good money if you had some option put contracts or something. Back to Micron, still trying to hold this 25%. Still trying to hold this right up here. So it's basically had an initial bearish reaction. It's retraced 25%, actually retraced to 61%, but then sold off to 25. Now it's just holding here. So moving forward, obviously we want this level to hold. And like I said before, you know, for me to have any confidence that this truly is going to retrace and claw back, that golden fib has got to break, and that's around 137. So Micron above 137 for the bulls. It's a must level to reclaim. If not, I would have no interest in going long on this until a bottom actually forms. So it looks like, I mean, again, this is the 1 minute chart, so take it with a grain of salt. But as far as after hours action goes, what time is it? Almost 4:30. Okay, 4:25 p.m. So I mean, past 15 minutes, it's holding the low 130s. So just if you're going to be watching this in after hours, let's make sure that level holds. And then got some clean levels to the upside leading up to the 137 level I was talking about. So definitely would like low 130s to hold. Need to see like $2 increment levels get broken. So like 133, 135, 137. You start seeing some $2 breaks to the upside, we might be on to something here for the bulls. I do think some people were in some Micron puts. So if everything stays constant as far as not being able to break upside levels, you should be getting paid on Micron tomorrow. I mean, it's down almost $11 a share here. So again, if you were able to get something very close to the money, like some put options very close to the money, better yet, in the money, you're going to get paid extremely well with those deltas on those contracts tomorrow morning. So we'll see what Micron does for the remainder of after hours. Got some good levels to keep your eyes on for the bulls. Again, $2 levels. It's right around 131s right now. Look for 133s, 135, 137s. Nice clean levels to keep in mind. Once those start breaking, my confidence will start building up that, hey, we might have a potential long trade maybe tomorrow. We'll play the reaction of the earnings, because we've seen this before too. Earlier this year, I think it was Microsoft. The initial reaction was negative, right? And then the very next trading day, it went on a massive rally. So total reverse Uno V-shaped recovery type one of them deals. And Micron could do the same thing. But again, my confidence isn't going to be too high unless it can get back above 137, and then maybe I'll start looking at some potential trades for tomorrow. That's what I would do. Levi went down to $18.80. Now it's back up to $19.80. So maybe it's formed a bottom. I'll just draw a fib on it. I'll probably I'll go back to Micron here in a second. It looks like Levi could be curling up here. Maybe look right around $20.40 is the 20 MA on this 1 minute. Let's see what happens when the price gets to there. But yeah, I'll probably draw the fib from the top of this red candle here. And then, because that's basically when the flush down happened. I'll draw it from there down to here. I'll draw it down to the low 1880. So you can clearly see where the 25% retrace on this one is. Nice clean level of $20 basically. So it's right underneath that now. Let's see if it can break that. Then it has to contend with the 20 MA, which is this green line. And then same thing here. Look for some of these levels start to break. If Levi can get back above like right around 2180, then we can start putting some consideration into this, that hey, this thing's going to be reversing. But until that happens, I just not going to have any interest in going long on it. Now then again, you can absolutely scalp it in after hours. I mean, shoot, just when Levi started printing these green candles on the 1 minute here, if you're a good scalper like a ninja, you probably could have scalped this I don't know, 5% or something like that. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. I'll go back to MU. MU holding up that low 130s. It's holding so far. I like it. Almost like an accumulation phase, right? Let's go back. Let's go over some fundamentals on Micron. Forward PE ratio was pretty dang high, 172. Sometimes Webull. I'll have to double check this with FinViz later, but EPS was negative. However, oh look, they pay a little dividend too, 0.3%. A little something extra. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So they are now officially a profitable company, and year over year number finally flipped green. So that's what we want to see for the Micron bulls. We're starting to see a change here. Debt to asset only 33%. That's impressive. It's really good. Just want to look at the quant rating real quick. Okay, yeah, so they're more of a quality and momentum, little sprinkle and dash of growth in there. I like it. Let's go back to the charts. Still holding this low 130 level. This could be accumulation phase here, folks. Maybe for another leg up to possibly take out this 137 level. That would be sweet to see for the bulls. We'll see what happens. No, I'm not. I'm not doing the earnings call with the CEO. I was just mainly streaming the price reaction to the earnings data. But maybe I'll start doing that next week. I'll actually do the stream with the web call with the CEO. But yeah, sorry if anyone was waiting around for that. I was just doing the price reaction and putting out the actual data. But anyways, 4:30 p.m. Looks like Micron's kind of flatlined a little bit here, possibly accumulation phase for another move. So just keep your eye on that. Would like the low 130s to hold for the bulls. For the bears, as long as it doesn't get back above, again, we got these $2 levels, 133, 135, 137. If none of those get broke, then this probably make a new low tomorrow, but we'll see. And Levi did start curling up, got rejected right around 38%. Just look for 20 bucks to hold on Levi because they did just reclaim that just now. Okay, so that's basically all I got for today. As always, at the end, I like to go over the profit channel in our Discord and kind of look at the money everyone's been making. So let me just kind of slide this over here. And looks like this is from today. This was Amazon put. Made some 17% on it, so good, nice percentage return there. And let's see. Okay, De Beerman did. He's one of our new staff members. He got a nice trade here. That's impressive. So you bought a Tesla call for 61 bucks and then unloaded it for 240 bucks. Sweet trade. Very solid. The doctor had looks like a vertical spread on low. I do a lot of spreads also. If anyone was curious, like what I do in the Discord, I mainly sell to open options. So that's mainly what I do is I write contracts. Okay. Do a lot of spreads as well, credit spreads. I do debit spreads every now and then and do some iron condors and stuff like that. But nice hit on by the doctor on this low vertical spread, 30% there. Give you some emoji there. Another looks like another. Okay, this looks like it could have just been a naked call. Yeah, he bought at 240, sold at 3. So nice, easy 60 bucks. Now, this is all from today. Nice trade, Joe. Mara, yeah, Mara's been the gift that keeps on giving this year. I'm up a ton on Mara, but nice trade here. Got 12% on a $20 call. Probably was a quicker trade because I know Tick Breezy sometimes just swings for a couple days or whatever. But nice trade, nice return for probably just a couple day trade. Bam with a nice 46% hit on Volcon. Very nice. Snowflake up 44% since October. That's amazing. So anyways, lots of fun. Yeah, lots of fun profits, and don't get it twisted. We do take some losses, so I can kind of show you some of the recaps here from this week and stuff like that because I know there's been some loss. This is from today. Nice solid day here. This is okay. So there was a loss yesterday. This was 2 days ago. I'm sorry. QQQ calls took 16% loss there. But anyways, we're very transparent and we're not here saying we win all our trades because we do take losses and they are posted for everyone to see. But anyways, yeah, no, like, geez, over 600 people tuning in. If anyone's looking for a new home, join our Discord. I put a link in the description. You can actually join for free. And we live trade every single day. And we do tons of educational streams. And then we also have a new program called the Coach's Corner. And we have a day trading coach. If you like to day trade options, you'll go see Ethan. He's our day trading coach. And then we have a swing trading coach. That's Mr. SLP. His name's Lee. So if all you do is swing trade stock, maybe you don't even mess with options, and all you want to do is trade equity, you're going to go see Mr. SLP. The third coach down is mine, yours truly. This is my Coach's Corner, and it's called Options Income, because I sell to open options and write contracts. I target weekly and monthly income. Okay, and here's just a quick peek at my personal Coach's Corner profit channel. You see all the members are making some good money here, and we all just hang out, and we collect. It's almost like, a lot of times we open our trades on Monday and we close them on Friday. So it's like, Friday's always payday for us, and we're always in here partying on Fridays because we know we're getting paid from our income that we've generated. So that's what I focus on. And then the next coach down is Jay, and he's probably the best technical analysis trader that I've ever met. So if you're into just trading the charts, some people don't care about fundamentals and they're just trading, support and resistance and doing technical analysis trades, and that's perfectly okay. And if that's you, then you're going to go see Jay and his Coach's Corner and learn all about maybe some technical analysis strategies and techniques that you weren't aware of. I got Paris on YouTube. When is BlackBerry earnings? Let's see. So it's going to be BB. And where we go here. Hold on one second. Yeah, shit. Why isn't Earnings Whisper pulling it up for me? Let me try it again. BB, where is it? Am I just blind? BlackBerry Best Buy. I can't even. Here, let's do this. We'll do the good old-fashioned Google, right? Let's see. Scheduled says June 26th, so possibly, was it today? Did they already do it? Let's go back to, let me close this down. Here we go. Calendar. Today. Yeah, it was today. 5:05 p.m. Eastern. So whoever asked about BlackBerry, they report at 5:05 p.m. Eastern. So you got about another 30 minutes. So that was for Paris on YouTube. Hope that answered your question there. El Obrero on YouTube. I need call classes. Do you get a dividend for holding calls? No, you would have to actually own the stock to get the dividend. Okay, so I hope that answers that. But anyways, yeah, so if anyone's looking for a great group of traders to trade with every day, check out the link in the description. Come join us. Again, you can join for free. I'm not here to sell anything. I just look forward to meeting all the new people I get to meet every day. And then I also enjoy a lot of my educational streams where I teach people how to sell to open options the right way. I've been doing a lot of buy right strategies this year as well, which basically we're long stock and short calls. That strategy actually has been paying really well this year. We've been rinse and repeating a lot of the same trades, and just the income's just flowing. But anyways, it's been about 40 minutes. Appreciate everyone coming out to hang out. Between Discord and YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, shoot, we got almost 700 people tuning in right now. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. And also in our Discord group, we don't put up with no drama. If we see someone acting up or being disrespectful to somebody, boom, they're gone. We're here to make money, and we treat it as a business as it should be treated. Okay. someone from YouTube, Noam, hope I pronounced that right. Do you think MU will go green? That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Is it did already try and claw back to the 137s. It got rejected at the golden fib here. Found a pretty solid bottom for about 20 minutes. It was trading around 131s, and here we go. It's exactly what I thought it was doing. It was accumulating for another move, and that's what's happening right now before our eyes. Got Micron on the left side of my screen here. So these were $2 levels that I had in mind for Micron. Right when Micron started trading sideways in the low 130s, they're basically $2 levels from 131. So we wanted the 133 to break, which it did just now, a couple minutes ago. This 135, it's like mid 135s needs to break. That's right below it right now. And let's see if the buyers can keep the momentum up to actually breach that level. And then the final level would be in the 137 and some change. That's actually the most important level out of all of them, because that's not only going to be a retest of when it tried to claw back the first time. It'll be a retest of that rejection level, but it also lines up with the golden fib. And for you math people out there, you know that's an important level for us. So that's, you know, moving forward for the remainder of after hours, we need to see low 137s get taken out. Okay, now, and again, for my confidence to be high that this in fact is going to reverse, the 137 and some change needs to be taken out. If that doesn't happen, I'm not even going to attempt to try and put a trade together, because you just be wasting your time. So that's kind of the idea moving forward. Get a nice clean break of the 137s, and what that does is it just gives me more confidence that, hey, we might have a potential long trade on our hands tomorrow morning at market open. Or if you're just trading the stock, you could, you know, trade the extended hours with just the stock. Yeah, I was El Obrero on YouTube. You know, it's funny because I was trying to think of this other stock that it did a total reverse Uno. I want to say it was Microsoft, that their initial reaction was super bearish. And then the very next day, they started breaking all these levels to the upside, and they ended up going on like a pretty nice rally. So yeah, that's kind of what could happen here on Micron. It's sitting at 134 and some change right now, and after hours down a little over 5%. But again, this thing needs to clear 137, and then maybe I'll invest some time on possibly putting together a trade to go long tomorrow. Maybe it be a multi-leg option or a spread or something along that nature, and then kind of go from there, you know. Let me mute that. Someone's calling my office phone right now. But yeah, with that said, it's about 4:45. Again, if anyone wants to come hang out, check the link in the description. It's free to sign up. And you know, I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening. And if you do come check out the group, I look forward to meeting everyone. Cheers and have a great night.